Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of my 6 club challenge out here at Marcus Pointe Golf Club. If you haven't seen part 1, first thing, go watch it. If you have seen it, just a reminder, the 6 clubs I have today: driver, 7-iron, 9-iron, 50 degree, 60 degree, and my putter. So we're on the 7th hole. I'm even par through 6. So far, I'm pretty happy with the tools I chose for this challenge. I've had a couple of uncomfortable shots, but it hasn't been too bad. Anyways, as I said, even par. Let's see if we can get under par here. All right, 7th hole, par 4, 390 yards, downwind today. Obviously hitting driver. I'm not gonna hit 7-iron here. There's an oak tree on the left side of the fairway. Hole kind of dog legs around that tree. Now I want to challenge that tree a little bit. Give myself a nice comfortable wedge shot in here. Okay, didn't turn over. It's just down the right side, but it's fine. I'll have a good number in there, I think. By the way, guys, I've got this beanie on, but I'm not a Raiders fan. I've had about 6 people already this morning ask me why I'm a Raiders fan. Their coach and GM just got fired last night. I was in Las Vegas about this time last year. It was cold. Went to the Walmart to get a hat. This is all they had. It's been sitting in the trunk of my car ever since. But let me know in the comments below. Who's your team? All right, I got 78 yards, playing 81 on a right rough here. Pins at the back on a shelf. Downwind. It's gonna take a pretty special little wedge shot to get this close. I want to hit this about 75 yards, land it a little short, get it to release back to that flag. I hit that way too hard. Oh boy. I'm just off the back of the green. Let's go get up and down. Let's chip in. That wasn't actually as bad as I thought from back there. I mean, I still hit it too hard, but I'm just on the back fringe here. About 18 feet. A little downhill. Should try and trickle to my left. Put a good roll in this one. Oh, damn, I thought I had that. All right. It's par to start part 2. We got a seriously tough hole coming up for me now, the par 3-8. So let's go tackle it. Okay. Par 3-8. 198 yards into the wind. One of the first times that I really just don't have a club in my bag for this shot today. I toyed with the idea of trying to like bump and run a driver, but I think my best chance of making par is to try and hit like a stinger 7-iron. Leave it between the 2 bunkers at the front, so I'll be chipping back up the hill. Just gotta commit to this swing. Try and keep it low, keep it under the wind, and chase it down there as far as I can. I mean, warmer weather and no wind, I could definitely get this club there, but man, this is a stretch right now. That's really good. It almost carried onto the front edge. If it had, I would have had a really nice little uphill putt for birdie. I'm just off the front. I couldn't have asked for a better result. So, okay, so we're just off the front of the green here, chipping up the slope, a little back into the wind. Gonna turn back to the left pretty hard. I would have loved to have hit a little bump and run with my gap wedge here at the 50 degree. There's a little depression right on the front of the green. I just don't know how the ball is going to react when it lands there. So I've got 60 degree. I'm going to pitch it up over that and then let it release up to the hole. All All right, it's a good shot. I was just so slow up the hill. I got about 3 feet from par. It's not a gimme though. That putt's got some turn to it. Yeah, it's actually more like 4 feet. No gimme putt here. I'm going right across a big slope, so pretty unfair pin position, if I'm being honest. 4-footers when you got to start it outside of the hole, never that comfortable. I mean, it just takes perfect line, perfect pace. I want to make sure I don't get too aggressive on this line, because if this lips out on the high side, it might leave the frame the camera's on right now. All right, come on, commit to this. I really scared myself there. I mean, I hit it pretty firm. It ended up matching the line I was on. I thought that was going to jump right through the hole. All right, we made our par. Let's go on to 9. 9's not going to be too bad. It's a long par 4, but it's downwind. So clubs I have, assuming I hit a good drive, should set up pretty well for that one. Okay, 9th hole. 425-yard par 4. Uphill, doglegging left. I've got it downwind. Good drive. Now, depending on where the flag is, I don't know where it is yet, but depending on where the flag is, it should leave me a gap wedge in, unless the pin's at the back. There's a bunker down the left side there on the corner. I've got to try and hit a high draw over that. So it's a tough tee shot. It's one that I like. It fits my eye, but you really got to be committed to this one. That should be perfect. I could not have placed that any better. Middle of the fairway. Got 123 yards, playing 128 back up the hill. Now, I thought the wind was helping, but the flag on the green is going pretty hard from left to right. So I don't think I can depend on much help. I've got gap wedge. It's not full, got a 85% gap wedge. Back flag on the tier on the right. Got a little room right of it. I don't have much room left of it. Will fall off of that tier pretty quickly. So just got to put another good swing on this. Try and give myself a good birdie look here. Just right of the flag if it's the right club. Oh no. Oh, I didn't account for the cold. I hit that so good on my line, it didn't make it up onto the top tier. And I have a bit of a roller coaster putt. Yeah, that's an unacceptable mistake after hitting such a good drive and giving myself a good number in. So I came up about a yard short of getting up onto this top tier here, and it just spun back down that slope. I'm actually surprised it didn't go further down the slope. And it was roller coaster putt here, up over the slope. I believe it's going to be turning right to left from where I'm putting. So I'm going to put you guys up here so you can see the ball come past the hole. Let's see if I can give this a chance. I'll leave the pin in for this one. It's sitting okay. 42 feet. Massively uphill. Should turn left. Come on, James, be a dog. On my best effort. 4 feet here. Clean up for par. That was so far uphill. Okay, no damage done. Still pretty disappointed in that wedge shot. Let's go hit the back 9. Okay, par 4, 10th hole. The wind has shifted. I was expecting the wind to be left to right on this hole, which would have been okay. Hole dog legs to the right, so it would have been nice. Now I've got 425 yards into a strong, cool breeze from the north. I mean, I just got to hit this solid. Want to try and keep it low, get it a little bit under the wind, hopefully have it chase out a little bit. Man, it's an intimidating shot right now. All right, commit to it, swing through it. Oh, I lost it left. I just made a very long hole today, play even longer. That's a disappointing miss right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got our work cut out for us here. That was a very poor drive. Got 181 yards from the left rough. Back into the wind. Got 7-iron. Gonna have to hit it hard. We gotta keep it low. Pins at the front. If I can get anything onto the green, I'll be thrilled. Anything just short is not the worst leave ever and would give me a pretty good look at getting up and down. Hit it really good. It's right at it. Okay. That must have been a little bit of a flyer. Landed just past pin high. Chased up towards the middle of the green. I've got a birdie look, so I'm not going to be picky. Downhill birdie look. Very good result from here. Okay. Long downhill birdie putt. Somehow managed to get that ball to land here. Just released up the hill. Right about 40 feet. Downhill, turn left to right. All about pace. I'm trying to put this down by the hole. The hole happens to get in the way. We're not going to play. It looked good for a minute. Stopped turning. Can't believe it stopped going down the hill. All right. Take the tap in par after the horrendous drive. Honestly, I'm not upset with how I'm playing. This has been a really fun little challenge so far. Pretty happy to be even par, but I'd like to improve on the proximity to the hole when I'm hitting into the greens because I'd really like to make a couple birdie putts coming in here. Okay, hole number 11, 390 yards. Again, into the breeze. Pretty narrow little hole. Actually kind of feels like it into and off the right. I have to hit a pretty good tee shot here. Like to start it down the right side, let the wind bring it back to the middle. Yeah, that's a great tee shot. Right in the middle of the fairway, exactly what I was looking for. Okay, fairway. 110 playing 112 uphill. Wind, I think it's mostly off the right, a little into. This is where this is fun, because this would normally be a pretty comfortable 56 degree. But obviously I don't have that club. There's no chance of getting lob wedge there in this weather. So I've got 50. I feel pretty comfortable hitting this number, but what's going to be hard, seeing as this pin's at the front, is stopping this anywhere close to it. So I've got to try and get a little more height on this, hopefully get it to land a little bit soft, give myself a makeable birdie putt. Frickin' pulled it. Distance and flight were good, just left of my line. I got a tricky little short-sided up and down now. Yeah, I'm not as short-sided as I thought. I thought this flag was a little more on the left side of the green. 10 high, just a few paces off. About 60 degrees. Pretty good lie. Should just turn to the right as it releases to the hole. That would have been lovely. Alright, no complaints with that chip. Another easy par. Alright. We got one hole left here in part two. I'd love to finish with a birdie. 11 holes. Oh. Try that again. We're 11 holes in. The hoodie has finally come off. Par 3 12th hole, 156 yards up the hill. The 9-iron's making his first appearance of the day. I think I need all of it. This cold. So I'm going right edge of the green. Trying to flood it down a little bit of a draw. Let the wind kind of help bring it back to that flag. I overturned it. Oh, I think it went deep. All right, I'm gonna step it up a little bit here. Like, I know this is a challenge, but that was actually the right club for that shot, and I still messed it up. Just can't afford to be doing that right now. Yeah, it didn't go quite as long as I thought. Not a good golf shot though. I mean, pin's on the left side of the green. I missed it left. Yes. Poor decision making and then poor execution. Usually not a very good combination. So, short-sighted, got a good lie. Got to be careful with this because it gets very quick right after the hole. Good shot. I thought I played it perfectly. All right, let's clean this up for par. Uphill, should theoretically turn left, but I don't think there's much in it. Well, that's a very disappointing bogey. All right, unfortunate bogey to end part 2. That puts us at 1 over, and that really pisses me off because, again, I've only got 6 clubs and I had the right club for that shot and I just messed it up. I hit a pretty good chip, felt like I hit a good putt. Anyways, made bogey. Guys, that's it for part 2. Like the video if you're enjoying this content. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Part 3 is coming up soon. I guarantee some birdies in part 3. Cheers.